It has been no more than 2 to 4 minutes since the last video ended. All my videos have started within 2 to 10 minutes. And this is the third video. But only one video took 10 minutes. The other two videos took 1 to 3 minutes and 2 to 4 minutes. One break was a little bit longer. This break I took just now was a little bit longer. And I will explain that in the title. Total time off recording no more than 20 minutes. I have content with sound and movement for 95% of all 3 videos today. And I'll take that last part out and I'll put it in the description. This is going to happen. And I have it to the playlist that is dedicated to tonight. It will all be the same. As I do cocaine. And I'm waiting for the cop to come. He's going to come just to check it out. I smoke cigarettes and I'm smoking weed in my room. But this bill is rolled up. So I have to put that in my wallet. This has cocaine on it. I shouldn't just wipe it there, but they won't find it. They're not going to look that hard because I'm giving it honest. I can smoke weed and cigarettes. They are legal. They're therapies. Well, weed is a therapy and cigarettes is a drug. But they're both considered drugs. And I'm going to drive into work tomorrow. I'm going to drive into the hospital tomorrow. I am completely capable of. I have a heightened sense of adrenaline because of the last 10-minute video. I have to go talk to my mom about something. She knows I've been smoking weed, and I've brought her into this situation because they call me liars. Now I've put the blame on them, and I'm doing it for the right reason, to prove something. Yes, Mom? You've been home? Oh, they can't hear you. tell something? For the video? I'm making a video. I was calling Dave, and I was telling him that I was smoking marijuana that he knew about. Okay. She's 69, she's going to bed. She can't deal with it right now. I can handle narcotics. I've been typing this whole time. They didn't know I was on cocaine. I was hiding that from them, but I've stayed up for 3 days. I showed you me doing cocaine. Believe you me, it was cocaine. My brain has fully developed, and I can handle the drugs. Cocaine should be legal at the age of 26. The brain is fully matured. You can handle it. It's not the same high. I know that. I have been told that by the hospital. Dave is lying right now. He's posting me memes of him calling the police. He's still lying. My brother is still lying, but he's doing the right thing. He wants me to have therapy. He thinks I can't handle it. This is proof that I can. My brain has fully matured. The cops will come soon. I will show them. I had alcohol, weed, and cigarettes. I drink champagne. I smoke a little weed. And I have cigarettes in my room. I've been doing all three and showing you throughout these videos. This is now the 4th video. They're deleting videos. I know this is the 4th video. Thank you. I'm still uploading 2 videos. And now my computer is getting slower. I have to close all my other windows that shouldn't even be open. That will do a lot. It's just that I was frantic, seeing as this is a high pressure situation to prove to doctors. This is the 3rd one. And I'm on the 4th one. This is the 2nd one. 2nd video of proof tonight with narcotic stableness. That's all I have to say.
You didn't know?
I finally got that video to load. The first video is up. The one that is 1 hour and 23 minutes and 19 seconds is up. The big one. I was going to do all at once. I said I'm going to break it into smaller videos to only make sense. that video took longer to load than the second video that was only not as long as it. It was only about 40 minutes. Let's see. I will open that one and see how much. That's the same one. There's two here. This one is not. That woke me up. That's going to get me going through the night. That should have happened. That was perfect for the whole situation. This is recording. We cannot stop recording. We are going to talk all night long. Taking little breaks. Having cigarettes. We'll drink our alcohol. Champagne. We don't have enough, but we bought a 6-pack of beer. Still wrapped up. We'll have a couple of those. We'll have our cocaine and our marijuana. I already have pre-rolled smokes. I did not roll a joint this small with tobacco in it. This is marijuana because I have it right here and I choose to do it. When you get to the end of a joint, it is resi. It is more potent and I can smoke it while taking less of it, even though it is already small. You don't need much of it. It is potent. I know I would say that to clarify that. That couple pulls is res, and it's more potent, and it gives me time to roll a different joint and add that in. I only bought 1 gram when I probably should have bought 2 to prove I can also salvage and make it last longer. I could do more. There's nothing wrong with doing more. This amount of weed, no one would say you can drive on. No one would say that. Look, I haven't changed. These are my pants. Let me see the video. Under Armour pants. I showed the pants, I showed my shirt, and I showed my sweater. I'm going in like this tomorrow to the hospital after I drive there. No problem. Cocaine, weed, and alcohol and cigarettes is stable enough to be controlled over a night. That I am recording. I have proof. I did cocaine. I have it hidden right now. I will call the police back and make sure, no, they cannot bother me past 11. They could if they had a disturbance. They would have got a call from Dave from now. We told them that we called them and we got it on video and we told them it was an April Fool's joke because April Fool's jokes should wait till later in the month for them to have effect. Everyone expects it on the 1st. We have another video uploading. It was the second one because the first one just uploaded. The third one is only 50 minutes. That was the third one that uploaded so fast. It uploaded before the second video. Shit. That has been stated. And it says that in the title. If I have to stand in front of a cop and show him cocaine, weed, alcohol, and cigarettes, and tell him I was on it and I drove to the hospital the next morning because my car is there and I drove there, okay, I will prove that to them. And I will blow up the laws because man knows what they can handle. The video is still going. Obviously, we didn't stop it. We always have a concern within 2 to 4 minutes in 2 of the first 3 videos, and once for maybe 10 minutes at most in the second video. That was in between the first and the third, only taking 1 to 3 minutes for the first video and 2 to 4 for the third video in total minutes. 2 to 4 total minutes. I am making the fourth video that was 1 to 3 minutes after the third video, and it is at 17:23 seconds. 17 minutes, 26 seconds. We are proving everything. If anything, this should prove I can be a doctor. And I can also examine things and philosophy on things that I believe. I should have a PhD. I am a smart man. So far, I haven't proven my point. If anyone cares to listen, they should. I can't change the title. Oh, yes, I can. the video's loading. I am posting the first videos to Facebook. If they are acknowledged, they have been read and they will be watched, for they are the proof that I did such a thing. This is the third video. This is the second video, and I am recording the fourth video. Processing is at 95%. I am going to do some drugs, but I can't do coke until 11 p.m. They wouldn't have... Dave faked calling. I know he did. I have the text message to prove it. My mom in the other room, I told her everything that was going on, in visible sight of this camera, with it being able to be heard. Even though I couldn't show her, she is 69 years old, she is always at home at this time. She is always home. Pretty much. She volunteers and she shops. I'm gonna smoke some weed. I'm gonna roll this joint. I am allowed to do that. If a cop comes by, marijuana is legal. I can smoke that. I'll tell him straight up. And he's not gonna say anything else. You don't see any roaches in there. I take it outside and I bring it back in. But it smells in here because of the roach. You're not seeing me smoke it right now. It's out, but it smells because maybe I just really put it out before you came in, but you can't tell because it's not smoking. If it was because I didn't put it out properly outside and a little char carried through. I don't care. I'll say what I gotta. I'll take the cop on. He's not even supposed to be in my home. I called him and informed him of something my brother threatened to do on me that he didn't even do. He faked it. But I can prove stability on narcotics. I am not crazy. I have showed you I have not been taking my medication for as long as I have had it. This is my documentary. I know the facts better than anyone can tell them. They cannot argue my reviews and my research on myself. That I know more about them because I was lying to them about being clean. And I couldn't tell the board that I could do my narcotics because they believed I was clean the whole year. I got it by them. We're going to do a little line of cocaine, and we'll say it's hash. If the cop asks. You know what? It looks like even ash. It's white. The ash is white. I'll say it's ash. I dropped the smoke right there. Taste it. It's ash. Smell it. It's ash. Cocaine doesn't have a smell, but ash has more of a smell because it's been combusted. Cocaine does not combust. It just breaks down. You just press it down. It's a plant matter. I'm sniffing some ash off this little line that I'll show you. I'll turn the screen down. That is a little line of cocaine. I did not scrape this ash that is also white. You see the ash right there? Right there and there? That is ash. That is cocaine. I can brush that off when he comes and say it's ash. But I can still do a line if he comes and get away with it. Even though I know he's not coming. Where's my wallet? Where's my $50 bill? I am stable. I have not hurt anyone or anything. I have sat in this chair for 90 to 95% of the whole recordings. This is the 4th recording at 27 minutes. I have a 10, 50, and 1 hour and 26 minute video. 1 hour and 20 something video. Let me check it one more time. It's going to get another view. 23 minutes. 50 minutes and 10 minutes. The titles are coming sporadically and will be, I can't edit them, and I have to state that. I'll write all this down. I'll put it in the next video ad. I'll put it in the... I should have my notes in the first one. First one's right here to be edited. Okay. I'm living in the moment. I have a lot going on in my mind right now, but I can handle it. I can do anything. I am all that I can be. I gotta do more cocaine. That wasn't enough. I'm coming down off blowing my nose. I gotta do a fair amount to stay up. I might blow through this whole half ball. If you didn't know, making... And I didn't have a scale to prove it, but it is a fair amount, and my guy does not cut it. It is real cocaine. Because I need good cocaine to get rid of the medication that I don't need, to counter-react it. I have been doing narcotics for over a year. I started with marijuana. I figured I could get away with marijuana. After a month, I could also get away with cocaine. I have been doing probably both for a year. At least it was a year. It was March. It was March. It's been a year and a month for marijuana, and it's been a year for cocaine. That was before my last board. I was giving fake urines. Everything in moderation. They have never came to my house. I never touched the medication until I put it in the bag. And I do it all at once, because they never come. They're not allowed. I will not let them in a house that has my mother, and she does not have the right for her privacy to be disturbed. She has done nothing wrong. It is still April 8th, and my meeting is on April 9th. These videos are being uploaded on April 8th. I have said the date at which the videos have been uploaded. April 8th and April 9th are the days the videos were uploaded. We are not at April 9th yet, but we will continue to get there through the night, and it will be uploaded to Facebook. After being uploaded to YouTube, and I will prove my points. Did you want to see me do another line? There's the cocaine. Keep in mind, this shirt still says Mo Drew. Modern. The place I go to at Hess Village. They named it after me because I went to that club so much. They changed the name to what I wanted it to be. This is what I told them it to be. Modern with the N cut off and looking like a W. So it said Mo Drew when it really is modern. Why would they cut off the last letter? I am Drew Fo Double Deuce. That has been said at least once or twice before. Notice how I've said everything has been used at least once before, because it was said before I had said that statement it had been used. How many times it had been used? I had used the statement and then I had recorded it as one and possibly been saying it earlier in 1,300 more videos that I've recorded. And I'm going to my meeting tomorrow. I live in the moment. This had to go down. This was the only option I had. I was branding out of lies. I could not lie anymore. They had let me lie for 2 months. I have been doing urine tests, lying, that saying I'm not on narcotics, because they have finally caught me. I have to admit, I'm smoking weed, and I'm going to tell them that the cocaine was in the weed, so it can buy me some time for you watching the video, seeing me do cocaine and be absolutely stable, when I was faking my urine for an entire year. As every single other person was, who wanted to do it. Many people did it before me. People had been doing this for 2 to 3 years before, probably. At least 2 years. It was a long time before they told me how they were doing it. But they were smoking right in front of me and not getting caught. And then I finally figured out. After, it felt like a year. Probably wasn't even that long. I was probably doing it maybe 3 months less than them. It just felt like a year. It felt so long. It was probably 6 months. Or 9 months. Extra than a year. I said I waited a year after them. I don't think it was that long. It just felt that long because they were smoking in front of me. And I couldn't do it. But I hung out with them. And I had to figure it out on my own. They weren't going to tell me. Because we're smarter than that. We use drugs to heighten our senses. We're playing a game. Millennials are the best at games. They live in a game. All they do is play games. They're born in front of a screen. I was the first millennial. My screen was the Macintosh original computer, the old piece of shit. But I still played it because I had it. I am the oldest millennial, pretty much, of my generation. Plus, my parents had me when they were both of 42 years of age, making me more mature as a byproduct of them being more mature. I was always more mature than everyone my age. When I went to school, I never repeated a grade. I never failed a class. And I never had a reason to lose a year off my high school diploma, but I didn't do community service hours. And then I faked those. And I scribbled a signature, and I wrote that I did 10 extra hours than the 40 that were needed from my sister-in-law's name, saying I babysat her son when he was 1 year old, even though I didn't really, and they took it. And then I got my diploma a year later. I never failed a class and had to do one over. My grade 12, I had 2 periods off each semester. I remember taking 5 courses in 1 semester of high school and purposely skipping 1 class a day just because I could use it as my lunch, as I needed. And I still passed all 5 courses, and I only had to do 2 of them 1 semester in grade 12. I would leave after 2 periods and go home, because I picked up an extra semester of work completed in 1 semester the year before. I took 5 periods of the day, and I completed them all. But did I skip classes? Once a day, I skipped 1 class, and I still passed each class. Because Oakville needs good grades. All their students are good grades. If they have 1 failure, it doesn't look good. They passed me anyways. I remember there was a time I took an entire month off school, and I said I was on vacation, and I still passed class, all classes. I played golf. I did as much as I needed to pass. I got all the projects told to me in advance. I had already the papers to do them, and I did them. Shitty, half-ass, but I got a grade. Even if I failed, I gained like 40% of nothing. Just because I had a title and something of essence relating to the title at which needed to be spoken about. I summarized a paragraph of work in one sentence, and it was good for 40%. And I passed classes getting 40% off of a page that had a title and a sentence, but it was proper and it was given. There was literally a time I gave a paper with one sentence on it, and I got 40% for it. But other than that, I did enough to get a mark, and when I needed to pass, I did good on a project. But it was held against me because I had bad marks. But it was so good that they thought he somewhat knows what he's doing, and he passed the class. Even though he missed so much attendance, he passed every class. Never failed a class. He had the worst attendance by far. And he sold drugs, he sold marijuana, he smoked cigarettes, and he drove. And he was underage drinking. And once he had 7 people in a car in the snow. And it got stuck in a driveway, and I popped the trunk, and the guys got out and pushed me out, and we drove home. We were tobogganing. We didn't bring sleds, but some people did, and that was enough to chill at the top of the hill and go down the hill once in a while for a quick buzz. That's what we did. And I drove home after that, and no one gave a shit, because cops weren't out. People aren't expected to be out in the winter. People don't like the snow. I went snowboarding every day of one winter. I was the first person on the slope. I remember having that feeling and going every single day and having a lift ticket just taken off because it would get annoying. I didn't save them up. I just loved going. It was a bunny hill. I went up and down every single day. Just because the hill was mine. And I could bomb the hill and get in line. And it was as fast as I could do it. For the first 4 hours of the whole park, there was still not enough people to slow that line. There was a couple people who showed up before noon. No one showed up before noon. I had 4 hours to myself. I did it every day. I had a paper route since I was 9 years old to high school. I worked in high school every grade. I was in my brother's restaurant and a car wash. Then out of high school, I had many jobs. I worked all around the place. I would try everyone's menu and get their cuisine, and then I would try a new place. Or I'd try a whole different trade. I did garbage pickup, landscaping, snow removal. I did all sorts of stuff. I did contracting. You know what I mean. I did it all for a year. And then I got in school. I was doing drugs and I was going to the casino and I failed. I was going to fail my welding class. And then I won enough money at the casino. I won $9,600 in one night. And I told my dad I paid him back for the college. I actually paid my brother back. He paid for it. But they both did, whatever. And I left the class because I told them I had to make up a CPR class that had to be done, and because the lady told me it was at the different school and it wasn't the right room, she told me one room. I went to that school because it was supposed to be in that school to be made up, and because it wasn't, it was in the original school we were in, just a different classroom. She thought it was already in the other school. I told that to my dad. He believed I got the money back. I gave it to my brother because he actually paid for it. I don't know why I said my dad. But, and then they believed that. And then I got admitted to hospital. And then They didn't know why, and I told them everything. I told them I was at the casino, and I was, like, staying up late, whatever. I was a bad guy. And then they found out I was... They already kind of knew I was smoking weed. They were always telling me not to. They didn't know I was doing cocaine. I was getting away with it. This video is still going. It's a long one because I needed the breaks. But it was still recording. I was talking every moment. Had a swig of my champagne. I'm halfway through my second joint. I even gave some weed to my neighbor. It wasn't a lot, but he needed it. And I still got a nice 0.4 left. And 0.3 in the joint because the roach got recycled. There's a little paper, but there's resin that's potent, and that's burning good. So the weed that you recycle is more potent. How do we recycle the old joint? We put it in the new joint. Obviously. We're stopping this video at 48 minutes.